Hello and welcome to Rainbows and Razor Blades Productions, where chaos reigns in all of our content. I am Kristen, your dungeon master for this evening, and we are playing Madness Takes Artena. Private homebrew, lots of fun, lots of crazy. I mean, that's what D&D is, right? But welcome. Let me introduce our players. We will start with Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. Uh, you can find me on the internet at Dr. Snugglebutts. I play Trenton, your wizard rogue. Wait to move on.
Izzy.
Hi, I'm Izzy. You can find me on the Twitter and the Instagram, Izzy Telever, all one. And I'll be playing Paintbrush, the Sun Soul monk.
Monk.
Sun Soul monk.
I love how everybody remembers what they're playing. Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary. You can find me on the internet at Nerd on Wheels 15 for chat about TTRPGs, disability, and everything in between. I'm playing a Mario, and I am a Oath of the Watchers paladin.
Gag.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Skagwatt RPG. You can find me on all the social media under that. And today I will be playing Leston, the Fighter Genie Warlock.
We're slowly learning more and more about.
Yeah,
And
I don't like
Steve.
it.
Hi, my name's Steve. I go by Hermes4939, a lot of places on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at W9Steve. I am playing Errol, the Vidalcan Grave Cleric, follower of Priscos.
And as a reminder, you can go to our coffee to affect the game by giving a little bit of money and having fun things affect. Either for
Give
damage
me
or for
another cursed
healing.
item.
You can also use channel points, are aspects of chaos. Make sure you read what it is you're looking at, as not all 5e games have the same thing, and there's also stuff in there for Cyberpunk, so make sure you're keeping an eye out. Tonight, on Madness Takes Artena, Absurdity and Abstract is the name of the game. Previously, our party has left Belmoral to venture forth as the guards of some of the Neodar were now on the lookout for them to teach them a lesson for double-crossing them, in a way. They made a stop at the Shining Vale, where they had planned to camp out with Lewis Dragon Rock. Words are hard, y'all. Leston's old employer, where he had picked up some tools of the trade. Upon a sleep and a dream and needing to clarify some things with his brother, Leston made the way with others to visit the local wizard who does dream walking, dream messages. And he corresponded with his brother, and it came to pass that his sister has been snatched through a mirror by a fetch into the abyss. It's slowly coming around that the abyss might be more involved in things around them than they're aware of. And as such, maybe they need to look a little bit more into that. And so, since they were headed in that direction anyways, to Leston's family's estate, the wizard asked if they would deliver some letters to his cousin, Abras the Absurd, in the Forbidden Tower. They struck off on their journey after doing some shopping and some other conversations. There's now 2 glass figurines on their way to Trenton's dorm because Paintbrush also got one. And as they struck out, they had one confrontation with some bandits that, with an amazing persuasion roll, were convinced that the party was sick and that if they got too close, they would catch it. And if they took their stuff, they would probably catch it as well. And so they passed them by. Later, they came upon, in their second week of journey, a druid leading some supplicants to a temple. And some more things were learned about the Jagged Spiral, about Satara, uh, who Amariel has had some dealings with. Found out that the design work on her armor is actually of Satara. And so, as more and more of them are learning more and more about themselves and about those nebulous beings that are pulling it at them to and fro, we find ourselves on the third week of travel. Danny, roll me a d20. You're muted.
There we go. 15.
One second. It's telling me to go elsewhere.
This is not the table you were looking for.
Well, it directs me to another table. Now roll me a d10.
Okay.
That's scary.
6. 6 purple worms.
As you're going along the road on your way to the Forbidden Tower, you come across a merchant. He's got a wagon that has a cover on it, and you can see a sign along it that does say merchant goods. There's no name on it, nothing like that, just simple merchant. And what appears to be a guard, just one lone guard with him. And they're passing you going the other direction. Hail and well met, travelers. Do you have need of any goods?
Oh god, he's so formal.
I'll smile after hearing that. Oh boy, my cold is getting my brain. After whispering in the back that the complaints, I know that they're starting to feel better, and that is good news. I'll say yes. We've been traveling for quite a while. We wouldn't mind a decent distraction.
Well, come see my wares. And he jumps down. His cart is being pulled by 2 donkeys instead of the usual horses. And as he jumps down and gets closer, you do notice that he's a gnome. And he pulls off the cover on the back of the wagon with a little bit of a flourish and a bow. And he says, "Come, see what I might have." And let me pull up a random generator for what he'll have.
As soon as I was informed that it's a merchant cart, I'm like starting to ritually cast detect magic.
I would like to roll to pet donkey. Like you said, they're pulled by donkey, and Izzy and I's face are like, "Oh, the donkey's like, oh, I'm gonna pet him."
It's a donkey.
For those that may want to pet the donkeys, you don't even have to roll animal handling. They're docile donkeys.
Oh yeah.
They murder everyone.
That's what I was going
breathe.
to say.
They breathe fire.
It's the children of Donkey and the Dragon. They're dragon-born donkeys.
There it is.
Watch
That's
me,
not
donkey.
terrifying.
No, go away.
They're red scale donkeys.
Fine.
Fine.
Biblioteca.
Fine. It's full of sun swords. They're all 20 gold. And I'm broke again.
Oh, look it. There's a flame tongue in there. Let's go.
Literally a tongue flamed.
Finally found my favorite site again after so long of not having known where it was at.
And that website is YouTube.
No, it's 5vmagic.shop.
Hey, unless they sponsor me, I don't like any of their websites. I'm looking at you, Hero Forge / D&G Beyond /
All right.
Tailspire / every other website.
So as he, with a flourish, pulls off the cover, you do see a couple of gemstones. There's some small bags that look like they would carry either ball bearings or caltrops. You do see some rations, you see some robes, there's rope. There are some scrolls, as well as a few pieces of armor and a whip. And you said you ritually casted Detect Magic, Danny? You do see a chain shirt light up, as well as a glaive and the whip. 3 of the scrolls also light up.
How messy do I want to get?
Very messy. There's no question.
All right. We'll definitely start. Aaron will start poking around because they are not aware of any of the stuff that is magic. So they are going to start poking around. And what does the whip look like? Because I don't always see those. That would have been what he was kind of looking at anyway.
It's an interesting whip. Like, it's got the normal handle and obviously the whip part, but at the end of the whip, there's little tiny metal feathers.
I'll ask. Can you tell me about a little bit more about this?
Oh, well, this is Qual's feather token whip. Oh, haha. The feather token is on the whip. We're gonna say it's on the end. Well, I've got to roll myself to see what kind this is.
As I see him grab the whip and like inspect it, I'll be like, "It's magic." Through message.
Okay, so I lied. It doesn't look like a whip. I just read it and it said whip, and yeah. So it's a tiny object that looks like a feather. You can use an action to throw the so we'll say that you looked at a feather that had a whip engraved on it.
That makes sense.
You can use an action to throw the token to a point within 10 feet of you. The token disappears and a floating whip takes its place. You can then use a bonus action to make a melee spell attack against a creature within 10 feet of the whip with an attack bonus of +9. On a hit, the target takes 1d6 + 5 force damage. As a bonus action on your turn, you can direct the whip to fly up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 10 feet of it. The whip disappears after 1 hour when you use an action to dismiss it or when you are incapacitated or die. So this is actually pretty neat. As he's explaining all this, he's like, this is, it's a fairly rare item, but I'll sell it to you for 250 gold pieces.
It's an amazing, amazing price for someone else. And
Yeah, the word
Errol
vague.
will, because Errol has spent a lot of money lately, Errol's going to kind of be poking around, but not necessarily unless
You
there's
do
something.
find
Uh-oh.
bagpipes.
Bagpipes found me around.
I didn't even put those in there. They came
Best
in
show.
themselves.
How much are the bagpipes?
He looks over, and they are a little worn down. They're an older set of bagpipes.
Yeah.
There's like there's a patch on it that is really well done. Could probably be fixed better with some mending. He's like, I got this off of some weird random traveler that just needed some gold. Honestly, I'll give them to you for free.
I will
They're
take
just
them for
taking up
free.
space.
I will take them. I will add the bagpipes back to my inventory.
I'm gonna message Mario and be like, the glaive and the chain armor thing look kind of magical. If you want to look at that, might be worth your fancy.
I don't have a ton of gold, but maybe, I don't know. But I'll go ahead and check out the chain shirt and glaive. See what
Oh,
those
well,
are.
these are very special. This chain shirt is armor of resistance against force. These two items are my priciest items. This one is 6,050 gold pieces.
Yeah, no.
Oh my.
And the glaive is a glaive of warning. It is 60,000 gold pieces.
Oh boy.
Do I hear this?
Yes.
I think to myself, it might be cheaper to kill them both. Take everything.
We are not going to be murder hobos. We are not going to be murder hobos.
Well,
Do you say that out loud?
No.
no, I'm just thinking.
As you are thinking that and you look over, you do see the scrolls are actually rolled out so you can read what they are. The ones that don't light up are Scroll of Color Spray, Scroll of Dissonant Whispers, Scroll of Purify Food and Drink, and Scroll of Shillelagh. Those all are 20 gold pieces. Then the ones that lit up, there is Scroll of Create Food and Water, Scroll of Water Breathing, and Shield of Missile Attraction. Oh, that's an actual shield. Sorry, that's not a scroll.
I was like, wait,
It's
what?
just a weird spot. So there is a shield of missile attraction, so 6,000 gold pieces. He's got some spendy stuff. And as he's saying these prices, each time he says one of the high gold count prices, you do see the guard with him. He stands like he's been a fighter for a long time. And you might be able to take him, but he could also be a retired adventurer.
I love all, like, three of us are like, oh,
Not today.
not today. Damn, not today.
The guard with him is a Goliath, and you do see fairly large battle axe on his back.
What if I catapult his battle axe?
It's not less than 5 pounds.
I can dream.
Empower spell.
Man,
Enlarge, reduce.
man could do like 10, 12 damage just with his
I'm
fists.
gonna try and swipe the water breathing scroll.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
This is where we die.
I'm gonna make that a 17 plus 7 for 24.
The merchant is over talking to the others, and he's not paying attention. Now let me roll for the adventurer. I rolled it into the dice jail.
As it should be.
Yeah, he looks over and just kind of like starts to reach for his battle axe as he sees you do this because
He rolled a 7.
he rolled a 9. Oh, did he roll a 7?
He rolled a 7. Eh.
Oh, poor Tint. I mean, that's still an 18. But
24.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
just as you're about to do this and you see him looking at you very closely, you
Look
give
over there.
you give a little signal to Paintbrush, and Paintbrush, like, this
Oh
is
wow,
a
that's a big battle axe.
this is a signal that, like, where you just like rub your brow, and Paintbrush knows that that's when you need interference because you're gonna get your ass into trouble if not.
A wonderful battle axe. Oh my god, I love it. You are so big.
What is this giant weapon you hold, sir?
Actually, on that note, Paintbrush, roll me a persuasion check.
love your-
Persuasion check.
The
I love your
strongest
donkey.
suit there is.
I love your donkey.
You get to keep one donkey.
15.
As you're admiring the battle axe and talking to him, you notice a glint in his eye, and he starts to flirt with you.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh.
if you like my battle axe, you should see my javelin.
You
Wow.
know what? I don't
And-
think I've seen a javelin yet. I'm more.
And that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
He just kind of chuckles at you, and he's like, "It was my way of flirting with you. Hi, okay, I just had the name up. Where is it? My name is
Chad.
Vori. Vori Nightwatcher."
Ori Watcher. So, what brings you all the way out here?
Ah, well, I was an adventurer in my past, and I just got tired of the life, and so I decided to hire on as a guard for uh Mori over here. Mori and Vori. It's kismet, you know. And you know, it pays decently, especially when he sells some of the sturdier items or the magical items, and I've taken care of a fair few groups of bandits as well as light-fingered adventurers that try to take advantage.
It must be a
Ah.
pretty good size if Weston speaks up over him.
I mean, and he pulls a couple of daggers out of his belt, and he's all like, "These are all daggers I have taken off of rogues that think they're sneakier than they are."
Oh my, that's a lot. I'm I'm gonna can I do like a perception check to try to be sneaky and see if Trenton's done pickpocketing?
Go for it.
I want to be sneaky about this. I don't want him following my gaze. Can I do like a sneak roll on top? A 2 and a 3.
You try to peer around Vori to see what Trenton's doing, and as you put your hand up on Vori's arm to kind of look past him, you're like, "Oh, your muscles. Very nice."
Ooh, hmm. Well, it's nothing to go.
Well, it appears that all of the merchanting has been done, and we still want to make our regular campsite by nightfall. It was very nice to meet you all. And he kind of gives you a wink, paintbrush, and he's all like, "I'm
I
sad
was so
to
tempted
see
to
you
steal
go."
another scroll.
And the merchant is like, "Well, you know, at least I got these bagpipes off my hands. Uh,
Jumping in my bag.
it was a pleasure to meet you all, and if you're ever in the market for some of my more expensive items, do let me know. If you find me on the road. I travel back and forth between the tower and Belmoral quite often, so keep an eye out." And he and Vori walk on.
I'm just gonna be all flustered and meddling with my little string, going back to the cart.
Okay. Oh, on that note,
Oh
you do
my
continue on
gosh.
your travel. And nothing else befalls you for the rest of this week. As we go into the second week of travel.
Question.
Huh.
How many of my special project checks would I have gotten done in these 3 weeks of travel?
Oh. That would be, we'll say that because of a couple of days were harder pushes, and you took your turn at the reins to give Paintbrush a break since you also have good dexterity. Uh, I'll give you 15 checks. And as long as you get at least 10 of those, as a 12 or higher, you're done.
Okay, and this was Arcana, right?
Yes.
1. You can ignore me. I'll tell you when
Okay.
this is over.
And so, for the fourth week of travel, Leston, go ahead and roll me a d20.
During this time, I'm gonna tell Errol about my magic coin that Trenton and Amariel saved me. Saved me from.
Hmm. And so yeah, we go over what took place with the coin and everything. I said, "How'd you okay with that now that that's gone, or is it still weird?" Or
No, Trenton gave me one of his coins, so I keep it in my like special pouch pocket, and so I show him my Trenton coin.
well, this one doesn't tell you to cause problems, so yeah, the new one.
Not yet, not yet.
Okay, so the overall, that's a win right there.
Bonus.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Put that in the V column.
It's a victory.
Leston, roll me any dice and tell me whether it's even or odd.
Odd.
As you're walking along or going along in the wagon, you see strangest sight. A hill giant is walking off. You're coming up along the cliffs that are alongside where the tower is in your week out journey. It's a hill giant carrying a wagon off into the cliffs.
I'm gonna look to everybody. Do we do something about that? Or do we just keep on going?
Maybe it's his wagon.
Does it
That's what
look?
I'm asking you.
It sounds a little different than
A normal thing you would see.
Yeah. And-
Errol, with your passive perception, it's still like easily about 600 feet off the road,
Yeah.
but you do see just distantly a person dangling from the cart.
Oh God.
Probably not their wagon. Probably not their wagon with a person dangling from it. So I'm gonna suggest we pull over. And how far away is it?
600 feet.
Okay, I suggest we probably pull over and then try to be quiet and follow and see where they're going. Regardless, if we can save the people, cool. If we can't, they've probably been stealing for a while, so they might have some good stuff wherever they're going to. So it's just a hill giant, unless there's more.
There's always more.
Oh yeah. And Errol's going to kind of ignore that, as this is the something that is a bit more entertaining, and so he's going to kind of park and then try to get out and hopefully try to sneak ahead, unless we want to use one of our familiar friends to fly over and look.
Mine doesn't fly.
You throw your fish and it just lands.
I look at that fish with the greatest disgust I've ever seen. It's just disgusting.
But I'll hold it. It's a little one, but it doesn't really fly that much. See, no wings.
Try
It has
throwing it.
spikes.
See what happens when you throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I punt it, it'll go pretty far.
I will poop
He might
out.
stick to your foot if you try punting it, though.
I adore that. Okay.
Can I cast catapult through my foot as I kick it?
Your foot goes with it. You catapult your foot with your body attached to it.
Oh no, don't kill Mary!
It will die. I'm gonna bring Mirage out, and I'm just gonna poof him out. And I'll just like be a dear, and send him out, and he's gonna go scout where the hill giant is and that whole like area and stuff.
All right, go ahead. And are you going to use his perception, or are you going to look and hear through him?
I'm gonna. Well, here's the question: am I driving the cart right now? Because that might be dangerous.
Roll any die. Well, no, you pulled over
pulled
to
over.
the side of the road. So
Okay, then yeah, I'll just sit in the car on my little butt pillow and relax, and send him out, and I'll walk into him.
all right, give me a perception check at advantage.
15.
As Mirage flies over, high enough above it that he can't like reach out and grab him or anything. You do see that there's blood in the wagon, and it appears that there is the body that's like dangling from it is a man that is alive, hanging on to the reins. There's no horses on it, nothing like that. And the man looks absolutely terrified.
I'll pause for a second, and I think to myself, do I want to get involved in this? This seems like so much work. And then I'll be like, well, do I see any other hill giants, or is it just like that one?
With that perception check, you can tell, like with Mirage spinning in a circle, that it's just the one. He is headed for the cliffs. Roll me a history check.
Oh, I'm actually good at that. 25.
You do know that the cliffs that run alongside this area, because once you get to the point where it breaks off to go towards the tower, it is all cliffs along there. There are caves below that hill giants have taken up residence in.
So I'm gonna pop out of Mirage and summon him back and be like, so like he's alone, but like the body hanging isn't a body because he's technically still alive. but like bleeding. I don't know. He's just dangling from it for dear life, hoping not to die. But the hill giant seems to be alone, but he's gonna be heading toward like the cliffs where there's hill giants. And, like, hold on, and then I stop what I'm saying to pour myself an iced coffee because this is too much. And I take a sip, but like, yeah, so like y'all can decide what we do. Um, ideas, and then I sip.
Now we go take care of him.
Yeah, we got to get him
Goes-
before he gets bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so we're choosing to take on more work. That's what I'm understanding. I just want to be perfectly clear.
You don't have to
We-
take on more work if you want to. You can stay here.
Maybe
ponders this.
that it's a merchant with a merchant things
What if
that
they have
they
magic
would give
items?
you if you save them.
I guess if it's for the good of like the people.
All right. So yeah,
Good
we'll
job.
start.
All
we'll
right.
start
If you're
moving
going to
along.
head out that way and you said you're going stealthily, roll me stealth checks, please.
Yes,
Everyone?
disadvantage. Let's go.
Wait, let me see if there's any spells
Let's
like
do it.
to benefit us.
Unless you roll under a 3, he doesn't see you.
Hey,
It is group though, so it should balance out.
15.
I rolled a 4.
Roll a 10. Oh my god.
Dirty 20.
Stealth. I rolled a 6. Wait, no, that was the first roll. Let me see if I roll worse. Nope, it's another 4. So I rolled a 6 on stealth.
So as you're all walking, Lustin does start to step on a branch that's going to crack, and Paintbrush quickly like kicks the branch out from underneath his foot and compensates for the noise that he was about to make. And you do make it within 60 feet of the hill giant without being seen. You can
Alright.
choose to move closer for those that don't have range, or start now, whichever you decide.
Right. I'm good at this range, but what else? What does anyone want to move closer?
I kind of have to, but
Okay.
I can also stay here and it probably will come towards us. I can always hold something.
That's fair too.
So we can just like get the surprise on him and kind of like
Yeah, since he hasn't noticed you all, you can get a surprise round in.
Yeah, let's take pot shot at him now.
and then figure out positioning after.
I think so.
Well, I think myself and the Mariel will probably lead in front.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look at Errol for the surprise round, and he's gonna know it's chromatic orb that I'm about to launch for whatever he wants to launch with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a second level guiding bolt.
So
I will do the guiding bolt first because that'll give you.
we get advantage already.
Oh, that's right. We get advantage.
So let
already.
me go first, so I don't waste it.
Yep.
Advantage on me. 19.
That hits?
23.
Yep.
I'm gonna do 4d8 of acid.
Oh, that's a big roll. That was 20.
I did 20 acid damage.
I did 28 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a 6, a 5, a 6, a 5, and a 6.
Nice.
Dang.
Dang.
So as these two spells go off, the
Buddy.
hill giant does turn. Do any of the other three of you, Leston, I know you have at least something that's ranged. I don't think the
Yeah.
other two of you have anything that's within 60 feet.
I'm going to. Well, you go first.
Oh, I was just gonna hold an action for when he got closer. I was going to ready a sunbolt Radiant
Okay.
Sunbolt. Yeah.
All right.
And I will cast Hex, followed up by a Eldritch Blast.
Well, for the surprise round, you can do the hex or the. Oh wait, hex is bonus action, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Haha. All right, cool.
I always forget that hex is a bonus action.
Yep. Right.
Hex, Hexblade's Curse, Hunter's Mark.
Bruh. Fuck this dice.
I'm guessing you missed.
I rolled another fucking 2!
What,
Wait, is that with
was-
advantage?
Oh, with advantage.
Yeah, because of the guiding bolt.
Mhm.
Okay, that will be a 16.
That
Okay.
hits.
There you go.
Thank God.
My God hears you and says, "You're welcome."
I give a
7
silent golf clap from the back.
plus 2. That'll be 9 points of damage. Right? Yeah, 9 points of damage.
All right. And Mary, you're gonna hold something as well?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold an attack for when it comes
Okay.
and bring up.
So as you all hit him, he turns and he just roars at you. And he's gonna take the cart
Oh
and
shit!
chuck
I was
it at
worried about.
you.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, I was too.
So that is all right. It's coming. Let's see, there's 5 of you. It's coming straight for paintbrush. And it's
Oh,
Oh lordy.
a 27 to hit.
Oh,
Silvery
Oh
barb.
my gosh.
boy,
Silver
silver
barbs.
barbs.
Remind me what that does?
He gets advantage, and then I can give disadvantage to someone on their next ability attack roll or saving throw.
Or you
I basically impose
disadvantage and you
disadvantage.
mean you can give advantage. Okay. So
Yeah.
he will roll again. Well, that was a natural 20, so
Oh.
27 stand.
Oh, like I tried.
You
He's
did,
too
you
stupid
did.
to understand that I called him a bitch.
Make sure you
So
have your
that
importance.
is. Oh no. Oh,
Don't worry, we got you, buddy. My stuff works better when you're passed out.
that is 21 points of damage.
Ooh,
Still up.
ouch.
still up.
All right. It's fine.
And I'll give
And then he is
advantage.
going to take his move and he's going to run towards you all for 40 feet. So he is now 20 feet away from you all.
Oh, good.
Ooh, does my
Yep, your radiant bolt can go, and Amariel, I'll give you the 20 feet movement to do your attack. Since you didn't do a movement beforehand.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Yay. So my eyes glow up and then I'm just throw out a bolt.
In this wreckage of a cart, like just pop out of this just wreckage of bloody wood, your own blood, maybe the
I just pictured,
person.
and when he said poo,
Oh,
I
I
pictured like a golden poop emoji.
Let me make a roll for our dude hanging from the
Yeah,
cart.
I gotta find that guy.
Oh yeah.
Be fine, honestly. Like he lived this long.
He rolled a natural 20 on his dexterity check. So he jumps from the cart just before it hits and rolls along the ground. He does still take 6 points of damage. And while he's wounded and it looks like he's got at least a broken arm, he's still conscious.
Okay.
And the radiant bolt did 8 damage.
All right.
Errol, I'll give you advantage from the silvery bobs.
And Amariel, run up and do the hitting.
All right. First
Bonk him.
attack. 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Oh, geez, that's max weapon damage right there. That's 11 points of slashing damage. And then I am going to smite. First level. For 9 points radiant damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use my offhand.
They're a wrecking machine.
That is another 17 to hit.
That hits.
Well, Giants having a
For
bad day.
3 points of slashing damage.
All right. For now, I will ask you all to roll for initiative.
Oh, goody.
We have not figured out why I have advantage on initiative, right?
Is the silver? Sorry, go ahead.
I forget why you have advantage on it, but it's fine. It says it on your sheet. We'll figure it out later.
Does the silvery barbs give me advantage on the next roll?
On the next attack roll.
Okay,
So
it's
it's
an attack
on
roll.
the
Okay.
next ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay. And initiative, is that an ability check? Trying to see if I should do advantage.
Technically.
All right, we'll do it. All right, that's better. 14.
All right, give me 1 second.
I can
You
tell
said
you who's gonna
14?
go last.
Not the two.
Marielle, what did you roll?
A 14.
Brush?
14, 10 plus 4.
That's 3 14s. Lustin? And Trenton.
22.
I told you,
All
I
right.
can tell you who's gonna go last.
So the 3 of you that rolled 14, what are your dexterities?
I have a +2 modifier.
I have +2 modifier.
Mine's
Plus
a,
4.
yeah, mine's
Okay.
a 14.
Rolling 14. What's yours, Marielle? Your dex
14.
actual number? All right, rollies.
Yeah, 14.
Right. That's a natural 20.
That's a 15.
Okay. So paintbrush, then Errol, then Amariel. All right. Trenton, you are up first.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and catapult it. Actually,
Okay.
no, I'm just gonna chromatic orb. Yeah, chromatic orb.
All right.
Bow. No, roll the thing to hit. That's a 1.
So you
I
go to
missed.
catapult this rock, and the nettle drake sneaks up on you and like sticks to your leg real quick.
Do I throw the catapult at the nettle drake?
No, you just miss the rock with catapult. Like it goes off, or you get the rock, but it goes off into the distance past where we're going for. Anything else you're doing? Moving away, moving
What
toward?
can I do with my bonus action to kill this creature on my leg?
Should I have him do the ability thingy that it has?
I will kill your familiar.
He doesn't attack. He just knows that Trenton doesn't like him, and so he goes to stick himself to him.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna use my scimitar to like dislodge him.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Ew.
And that puts us to paintbrush.
I am going to stay my 30 feet away. I'm going to throw out a radiant bolt.
So you have the wreckage of the cart around you. The man that had been hanging from it rolled off behind you. Uh, you're 20 feet away from him currently because his movement speed was 40.
Mm.
You can move back if you want for your movement.
No, I feel safer in the wreckage. I'm just gonna throw bolts out from in here.
All right, go for it.
So radiant bolt, 11,
That does not hit.
and then I'm going to use a key point to throw out another one. 18.
That hits.
Radiant bolt for 8 damage.
All right.
And then I'm just
Errol.
gonna kind of
Oh.
like slink into the wreckage a little bit.
What I'm going to do is, how far away is the hill giant? 20 feet.
20
from us?
feet, roughly.
We're going to do Path to the Grave. So again, they're going to grab their holy symbol and shove their hand out and say, "We need some help." And there's going to be a bunch of black daggers, like kind of translucent smoke, that's going to then start circling the hill giant. And then when the next person hits it, it does double damage.
All right.
And I can also do a spiritual weapon because that is a bonus action. So we will bonus action spiritual weapon. And I can still do the attack this round. So
Yep, because he's within 20
Yep.
feet. Yep.
That's going to be a 23 to hit. And then 8 damage. We need to flip that around. I need to do the spiritual weapon first and then do Path to the Grave if possible, because I don't want to use that for my spiritual weapon.
That's fair.
Okay. So yeah, 3 damage.
We're still learning the things.
Yes,
so.
thank you.
All right, and that will bring us to Amariel.
All right. Geez, I'm gonna smack him, I guess.
All right.
Finally been in the right point to have the paladin go after me in initiative.
Yes.
Divine.
Let's see.
Fine.
A 16.
That hits.
All right. So, okay. So that is 6 points of slashing damage. I'm going to smite.
Did you double it?
Or no, so that would be 12.
Right, it is.
Doubled, and then oh god, that radiant damage was sad. That's 6 points after doubling.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay. No better. Still got 18 out of it.
And then my offhand. That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
And then god, 1 point of slashing damage.
All right. And that brings us to the giant.
My paper cuts.
Wait, you rolled a 1?
On the damage.
On damage.
So your strength modifier should add to that.
But it's an offhand and I don't have 2-weapon fighting.
No.
Yep.
Paladins don't get it.
He's going to take 2 swings with the great club in his other hand at Amariel, since she's right there at his feet. That is 26.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit.
And that's a natural 20.
Oh,
That I'm gonna silvery barbs.
All right.
No crit for you.
I kid you not, he just rolled another natural 20. I never roll this good for enemies, y'all.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. All good.
And I'm gonna give myself advantage.
Okay.
I'm going to go
I
over.
tried to save you.
You're fine. Don't worry. I've got 42 hit points.
Not
We'll be
anymore, you don't.
okay, guys.
Not anymore, you don't.
Had.
That being the operative word. "86 points of damage."
253 points of damage.
Just bonk. Squish him.
43 points of damage.
I'm unconscious. That's
Whop!
So you all have hit and pummeled this giant, and he's looking really wounded. And he just takes 2 swings in anger. The first one grazing Amariel's shoulder and doing damage there. And then the next one just full bodily hitting her, knocking her 10 feet back towards you all. And she falls to the ground unconscious. And that brings us to Lustin's turn.
Oh, goody.
You're like, I got this, I got this, I got this.
I was kind of counting on her, but not no more. Okay. So, Lustin will still do his action to use his charger feat. To hopefully deal 5 more damage than normal. Is right.
You need blessed dice. Did you roll another one?
When is the new moon? I'm gonna put a dice outside
You
for you.
got-
Under the
Lesson just running, just eating shit right into the dirt.
You run towards
Bro.
the hill giant, and you started running as he hit Amariel, and her limp body falls right in front of you, and you trip over her.
Your limp body flies over you and kicks you in the face.
Any bonus action from
Nope.
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 and that'll bring us back to the top with Trenton.
Okay, am I like 30 feet from Amariel?
She flew back 5 feet, and you're about 15 feet from her.
15 feet? Okay, so I'm gonna walk 15 feet. I'm gonna use my 1 charge of Cure Wounds that I'm allowed.
I can do it. I can do it and do it full, but that's totally. Yeah, do your thing.
So you get set 12 healing,
okay.
and then I'm gonna pivot around to be able to flank it, and I'm gonna stab it with my scimitar.
Because it's a huge creature, it is. You walk the 15. Okay, yeah, you can probably still get around him to flank.
Okay.
But you won't be flanking until she actually gets up and moves back up closer to him because he did get knocked back.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna attack it because it's engaged with an ally.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 3. And with sneak attack, I only rolled a 2 on my sneak. Total 6 damage. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
All right. And
Came
that
out the
brings
gate
us
strong.
to Paintbrush. Hiding in the wreckage of the
Yes.
throne guard.
I am angry that he hurt Amariel, so I'm gonna charge him. I have 50 feet of movement. And then I'm gonna cat scratch him.
All right.
Ooh, 16.
That hits.
Yeah. So the first cat scratch is 6, and then I'm going to do flurry of blows. Mhm. 15
That hits.
and then dirty 20.
Yep.
And the first hit's an 8. The second hit is 5.
He's looking real rough, and that will bring us to Errol's turn.
All right. Okay, so Marielle is at least back up at this point, right? She's
Yes.
awake. Okay. He's gonna crack another guiding bolt at it since it's not doing well. I don't want it to go again.
All right, go for it.
Oh boy. That's a 9 to hit.
That does not
It
hit.
does not hit. But the spiritual weapon is going to take another crack at it.
All right.
That's a 23
Yep, that'll hit.
for
shoot.
12 damage.
X is dropped.
Tell us how you do this as you
Oh boy.
take down this hill giant.
He's kind of half looking at Amariel to make sure that they're at least back awake, and then again grabs her holy symbol to try the guiding bolt, and the guiding bolt goes wide, and then kind of just does a nod to the spiritual weapon, and the spiritual weapon in this form of just a simple mace just cracks the giant right across the temple.
So this giant mace floating in the air next to his head cracks him in the temple, crushing in his skull. Brain matter starts to drip out of his nose as he falls to the ground.
Do it.
You have defeated a hill giant.
Yay!
Definitely rushing over to Amariel to hit them with second level cure wounds. Going to get us 15 points of healing. And then points at our friend that with the busted arm and throws a healing word at them for 9 points of healing. Hope they're not a dick. Paintbrush, how much hit points do you have left?
I have 8.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I'm gonna cast a cure wounds on Paintbrush.
Yep. And another
Yeah.
another healing word, so that's 6 points from me.
And 8 from me.
14
Yay.
total.
Thank you.
Lester just rolls over in the field.
Kind of walk over. Sorry, buddy. We've all been there. Come on, let's go.
Are you going
And
to loot the hill giant?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. As you're searching, actually make investigation checks for those of you searching.
I want something shiny.
22.
I
I will
also
help
got a
someone.
22.
I got 11.
All right. So on this on this hill giant, Paintbrush, as you walk over, you trip over its foot and you're staring right at its toenail, which is loose and coming off.
E.
That grosses
Okay.
you out, and like there's ooze and mold on it, and it's just
No.
disgusting.
I'm going back to
And
the cart.
yeah,
Find the guy laying with his broken arm. He was like, screw this place.
the rest of you, you do find one riding saddle that's still functional but in slightly poor condition that is like tucked into his belt. A sack of potatoes. And a sack of grimy herbs. Errol, you kind of open the bag and you recognize that it's herbs, but they're very slimy and gross. and
Close the
probably
bag.
not worth
Close
taking.
the bag. Close the bag. Close the
Yeah.
bag.
Chuck's that. Potatoes okay?
Yeah, the potatoes are fine.
All right.
Uh,
Oh, look,
you
everyone, it's
also
okay. The
find
potatoes
around
are
his
okay.
neck, he's wearing a necklace made out of human skulls. So obviously he's been hurting people in the area for a while.
We just say that the fucking bag of nasty herbs just lands on Lustin. Because guess what? I rolled again.
Jesus.
No.
You go, we'll say that you see the bag on the belt, and without looking, you just reach in, and your hand comes out just dripping with slimy, oozy grossness.
Right. That's
Yeah, can I see that book really quick?
The brain book.
Yes,
No.
the brain book.
No.
As you're searching the giant, you do hear the man from the cart groan, and he's clutching at his arm.
Yeah. He did thankfully get healed at least a little bit. So, but he's been having a bad day.
I'm gonna ritually cast detect magic and see if anything in the cart,
The wreckage.
in the wreckage, is magical.
You ritually cast it. It's just a broken ass cart. There's nothing left in the cart except blood.
You're fine. You able to tuck and roll when the cart got launched. You'll be fine.
He does start to sit up, and he does look at all of you and kind of blinks dazedly. Oh, thank you all. That hill giant has been terrorizing my village for weeks. Thank you so much for your help. Come, come. My village is, well, he walks faster than I do, but I think it's only about 15, 20 minutes away.
Is it?
Come, spend the night. Spend the night.
Did the hill giant
And
have friends, or is it just this one?
well, there are hard to tell how many, but they've been in the
Create
cave on the
bonfire
cliff.
under the hill giant.
Okay. So we don't want to
It
kind
is
of.
a horrid fucking smell as some of his meat begins to cook.
Yep, I'm walking away. I'm just
Yeah.
cremation.
Yeah. So we don't want to go up and try to find the cave because there's more in there.
Yes, there's many more.
And we almost
You
got
did
smoked
take
and
out one
stuff.
though. That opening salvo was
It was very
key. There.
helpful. We couldn't have stood up to too many more.
And so you go and you spend you all get your cart, and you spend your evening in the village with the man you have saved. And one second. Sorry.
Would you say I've cremated like the entire hill giant?
No, create bonfires just cooked a portion of his leg.
Oh. Could I have taken the skull necklace?
Yeah.
Great.
It's kind of unwieldy. And on that note, as you pass a quiet night, we're gonna go to break.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Thanks to everybody that has been hanging out with us. Hello, and welcome back. Before break, for those of you just tuning in, our adventurers took down a hill giant that had been carrying a wagon with a man dangling from it. They did end up saving the man. Mostly he saved himself when the wagon was thrown with a great dexterity check.
Should have been
They
fun.
took down the hill
super good
giant.
distraction.
The man took them to his village to spend the night, and they continued on their journey. We pick up on the edge of the Forbidden Tower. You're still probably about 800 feet out from the tower. You're approaching it, and as you start to get closer, Leston, you stop the party You halt and you're like, you remember from your time as a child that Abris likes their traps.
We like hold them all back like this. Spread
You're in
out.
the cart, so
Uh, I'm going to
Still do it. Still
So
do
I'm
that.
in the cart. I'm going to lean forward into the front and just be like this to whoever's the two that are in front.
Smoke of
We
billowing
need
is in
to
your
stop.
face.
So dramatic. You could have like just told him like stop.
Yeah,
You know, like put yourself out there.
The cousin also, I think, let us know something about the traps too, so this would make total sense. So
Paintbrush, as you've been on this last week of journey, make a perception check for me.
Oh no. Oh,
You
no.
died 3 weeks ago.
You've been dead. Perception.
You are actually a
Okay.
ghost.
19.
The bracers that you wear every day have gained a little bit of a tingle to them.
Oh God. What does this mean? They're rotten.
They're ro-
Um, why, you guys? My bracers are tingling.
Like, do you need to go to a doctor?
I don't know yet.
That does sound like a medical problem.
Oh,
Does
I
it
don't know.
always tingle?
No, they just started tingling now.
Give
Well,
me
I'm scared.
so dramatic.
as his cloak billows behind him.
yeah, and everyone like doubles.
Exactly my point.
Everyone literally stops to look at Trenton when he says they're being dramatic, and it's like, really?
Trenton, make a deception check for me, and Paintbrush, make an insight check.
Oh, so it's his doing. I see.
I got a 10 because it's a 12 minus 2.
Perception, you said?
Yeah, or no, insight. Sorry,
Oh,
insight.
insight. 17.
As he's talking about you being dramatic, you see a look in his eye that you recognize from when he would give you gifts as a kid and claim they weren't from him.
What are these? I don't know why I took that tone. What are these?
But you
They're your braces. I thought we established this. You're like, look, my braces are tingling. What do you mean with all these?
um, dang,
They
I
look
don't
like
have.
your normal bracers, but he does sleep in the same tent as you, so he may have been doing something with them.
I don't have any type of magic to discern. Um,
Look, like you'll be fine. Just you'll be fine. Like you took that cot to the face pretty hard like the other day.
oh, this is making sense now.
Like
Um,
like you need to not die. And
I'm
like
gonna.
taking a cart to the face is really close to dying.
Aw.
Brenton, would you like to tell Paintbrush that you're worried about them and that you did something to their bracers to make
I
them more
feel at
safe?
this point you know what the answer to that question is.
Can you
Paintbrush,
tell us
you
what
can
you
now
did?
add the bracers of defense to your
Oh,
inventory.
bracers.
Trenton has spent the last month enchanting them for you.
Oh,
I was like, so many rolls.
oh,
That was
So
all
you.
the random rolls for the secret project.
Oh, I'm Wonder Woman now.
Those are no joke, too.
But yes, you now
Oh,
have a +2 to your AC, so that will be helpful for not getting hit.
in the
oh.
face by a giant cart.
I am. This is probably dangerous and we may die, but I'm going to let go of the reins and give Trenton a big ol' hug.
Nope.
Thank you.
Nope.
Lesson did grind you to a halt just
we're-
before all this. So
Oh, yeah, so I have plenty of room. So as he's trying to get away, I'm going to keep leaning forward.
Nope.
make opposing dexterity checks for me.
You're
Roll
doomed.
the hug.
Just let me hug you.
Is it acrobatics?
Sure, go for it.
21.
Do I want to waste a portent on this or a misty step?
The goal
No,
by the
okay.
end of this game is to have for everybody to give him a hug.
No, God. Let me go.
Physical touch. I don't like it.
God.
And as this is going on, with your passive perception, Errol, you notice that about 15 feet in front of the cart, there is a wire running across the road.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay. So, Paintbrush, can you come with me to look at this with this wire that's across the road? I can see it, but I don't know if I'm going to be deft enough to get rid of this thing without blowing the whole thing.
Yeah, and like my face is like pressed against Trenton. Like,
Take him away. Take him away.
I'll hop out the cart.
Oh God. Now I know I don't do things.
It was a very good act of kindness.
Oh God. Should take it back.
All right, so those of you going up to the wire, roll an investigation.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, that's good.
Shit.
Investigation?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit, I have a -1, 17. I was like, I'm good at investigation.
Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Let me add my vision into this. 17. Garbage.
Would I have gone up?
If you weren't disgusted from the hug that one of the people up there gave you.
Yeah, I would go because I am a rogue partially.
Oh, that's right.
And he
I
did
probably
mention
am staying back because Amariel's not dexterous at all.
Oh,
No, I was traumatized that I rolled a 1 from the hug. Like, oh God. My eyes are just like, oh God.
go to pat him on the head. Do you need a friend?
Do you go up to it, Trenton, or do you stay back?
I feel like I would start to walk up and then be like, no.
All right. As you're looking at it, do either of you touch the wire, or do you just leave it be? Do you like put your arm over it, anything like that?
Uh, I'm going to look around to see what it's connected to. Like, I'm gonna look up the wire that way and up the wire that way.
It does stretch out, so it stretches out across the road, and then there's the closest trees to which it's attached are both about 20 feet off of the road. It looks like it's just tied off.
I'm gonna look at Arrow.
So, okay, so where's this leading again?
To that
To-
tree and that tree, and I'm gonna point.
Okay. Let's. Oh boy, this is pretty obvious.
I have an idea.
Let's go over it. Please tell me your idea, because there's nothing good that's going to come from this.
You come back here and I shoot it.
Okay, let's go back here and let's let him shoot it and see what happens.
But like, what if it's designed to trigger at our distance instead of at the wire.
I know.
Like, what if it's a triangle set and this is where it explodes?
Well, then we learned.
The only other thing is to put one of the pittons on each side and tie the thing to the pitton, and then just take the cart through the middle of it, so to keep the pressure on it. Then we
Can we
don't have
just,
to
like,
trip it.
go around the tree?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest.
Is there a way to drive the cart around it?
There's a lot of rocks around the trees and the path, so you have to go straight through it or leave the cart.
Maybe leave the cart and then come back to it.
I'm not against that.
Or I guess a question. So is this like a main road like that we have to pass through to go to Lustin's with the cart? Or is it like this is like a turn off?
This is to go to the Forbidden
avoid
Tower,
it.
where you've been asked to deliver messages and been warned that there are traps.
Okay, but like if we don't have to take the cart though to the
Not necessarily, no.
we don't have like the Forbidden Tower isn't like on our route to Lustin's. It's not like
You've
you
kind
have
of
to go
gone
past
off,
it
like,
type of a thing.
you have taken a side road to get up to the tower. There's very
Okay.
clearly a sign
it.
that is written in Comic Sans. It says the Forbidden Tower.
You slowly see my hand get ready to just cast Sacred Flame on the wire.
Okay, why don't we just leave the cart? We don't really need the cart to go, and we don't want to die yet.
Okay.
But
Is
who's
Sister
going to watch?
still
But
in danger?
the cart has horses, right?
Mhm.
You have
My
3
chest-
horses, the 2 that are pulling it and a 3rd in reserve.
Yeah, sure.
We can't just like leave the horses. Like
This isn't
they'll
fair.
get stolen or
We can tie 'em off.
eaten. The tree with the explosives.
All right. Let's just
As
back
you're
all the way
all
up and smoke this
debating all
thing.
of this, the wire snaps.
Ah, fuck.
A draconic image,
I tried.
it's slightly see-through, swoops down from the top of the tower and lands in front of you all.
Oh, Joe, I should have just shot it.
Can we clearly tell that it's fake-ish?
It looks to be a gem dragon, but it's slightly see-through.
Doesn't mean yes. Definitely going to call out, that we're here to see Abris, and we bring a letter of introduction. And what was it? The cousin?
The cousin Lucius.
Yeah, we have letters delivered from Lucius, is what they're going to yell out towards the probably not going to kill us dragon.
Do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
Yeah.
My little buddy does.
This dragon kind of roars, but in a way that seems like he's making words. And your familiar, Lustin, squawks back in what sounds like the similar language. You can talk to your familiar, and so as they go back and forth for a minute, what do you say to your familiar?
What's it saying, little buddy?
You hear in your head, you have triggered the spell that gives the guardian dragon. You would have tripped it no matter what with the wire. That was just for show. But he says be welcome and come up to the tower, but follow directly behind him or you will explode. Maybe. Likely. He's unsure.
Maybe. I swear, if there are any fireballs that go off, I'm going to come after this bastard. I don't care how strong he is.
I internalize that as being the weird fish creature. I totally agree.
It's not a fish, it's a dragon.
I guess we'll.
Right. Whatever you need to tell yourself.
So, do you all follow the dragon?
Might as well.
Yeah.
So, as
Yeah.
it turns around, it starts to go down the road, but then it swerves off around one rock, and then it comes back across the road and goes across this weird, like, bridge that's over a little bit of a ravine, and then finally leads you to the front door with no explosions.
I'm gonna you're gonna see Lesson back there the entire time. He's be crossing his fingers, being like, "Do not blow up, do not blow up, do not blow up."
And as you come to the door, the dragon just goes through the wall. And you hear roaring, but it seems to be coming from higher up than you expect it to be. And then the door opens. And before you stands, as we switch to the other overlay.
Plot twist.
Before you stands a woman. She's of average height, maybe a little, or no, she's short. She is short. I lie.
Super lie.
Dirty lie.
But faint of skin. Her hair is black with red streaks, and her eyes are red, and she has dragon scales that still kind of stand out on her skin.
Who are you?
My name is Errol. We were sent by Lucius to deliver some letters, and we also have some questions if you have some time.
Lucius sent letters. Okay. Well, that's cool. Wait. There's 5 of you. Are you guys just like some sort of traveling circus, or are you like adventurers? What do you do? What are you out here doing?
Adventurers, I guess.
Finally! I've been waiting 100 years for you all to show up. What took you so long?
So what? Well,
There's a
okay.
whole joke.
What?
Okay, so first off, me and my brother tried to come here once before, and we got almost exploded.
Well, that's not my fault. You can't figure out traps. Get better.
You are correct. It is still terrifying to
Get good.
come to a castle and almost blow up.
Yeah, usually that's the point of the trap, is to keep people from coming that aren't supposed to be here.
Pour
Very
myself an
true.
iced coffee.
It's I'm sorry we didn't know that we were supposed to be here 100 years ago. However, is there something that you may need, or my name's Amariel.
Did I leave the stove on? Come on. I have to go check the kitchen. Come on, follow me and we'll talk more. I take you all into the castle.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna follow me?
I will come into the castle.
I'm going in, and then
Yep, I'll follow.
there's no traps in here.
There
like-
might be some. Just don't go to the left.
And like the horses, like who's gonna watch them?
She sends the gem dragon back out.
Pour myself another iced coffee.
Right?
He'll keep an eye on things. He's scary. Most people shit their pants and run away. It's fine.
I shit my pants almost when I got exploded.
Okay.
Well, I hope you got new pants since then.
A few, yes. I kind of grew up a little bit.
Congratulations.
Oh,
All right.
God.
So, are we all in now?
Yep. Yes.
Would you like to describe what happens with the castle, Kristen?
So as everybody walks in through this door, you're standing in what feels almost like a bubble until the door closes, and then there's a weird shift. And you're at the top of the tower, not the bottom.
Okay, this is cool.
That's helpful.
Yeah, it's kind
Oh
of a cool ride,
God.
isn't it?
I think
Hopefully
twice
none of you got
to
nauseous. If you're gonna throw up,
another
there's a bucket over
fucking-
there. I cannot guarantee it doesn't have a trap. I can't remember.
Errol,
I
can
just
you
think to
see if there are
myself,
any
No.
traps anywhere?
it's a fucking
I said-
wizard. Oh God.
Don't go to the left, and you'll be fine. The left
I
is
want
that
to
way.
know where they are.
I said they're on the left.
You'll probably die if you go to the left.
Do you
Do
not
what
understand
they
the words coming out of my
say.
mouth? Do you understand?
We'll be okay. We'll
Left.
be okay.
Do you know left? What?
Yes,
What's
I
your
know
left side?
left from right.
Okay.
This
Go-
side is my left side.
Then we're good. Okay, stove.
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
And it
What
is mostly just a straight tower, and it's got kind of to the left is one spiral staircase, and to the right is another, and they kind of spiral around each other as it goes down the center. Like there's dip down in the center, but there's you can see that there are rooms that come off on the sides as you go down.
All right. So I'm leading him down the hallway, and I'm kind of hustling because I'm worried about this stove. I'm super intent on this damn stove. All of a sudden, I just stop dead, and I look to a room to my right, and I yell fireball, and I just throw a fireball in there, and then I just keep walking. Like no big deal. Just keep strolling.
This is
As you
very
all walk-
uncomfortable.
As you all walk past this room, the walls are blackened, as if every time she walks past this room, she casts fireball into it, like it's a ritual of hers.
I just turn around and look. I'm like, it's a ballroom. What do you do with it? That's isn't that what you do with a ballroom?
No,
And,
that is
and
not
that-
what you do at the ballroom.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
I
It's
just
absolutely
completely
not.
ignore
Yep.
every response and just keep going until finally we get maybe a few doors down and turn right again, ignoring everything on the left, going into this like room, and it might have been a kitchen at one point, like one side's a kitchen, but in the middle there's like laboratory stuff and books, and then in the corner's like a bathtub, and then like a shelf with a bunch of stuff like boxes and things perched on it, like off to one side. And I go over and I'm like, oh, I did turn the stove off. Never mind. False alarm.
Okay, I'm going to go. I want to
news.
go back to the ballroom, and I'm going to go etch in fire next to it.
Do you have anything that you can etch into stone with?
Probably.
Use the weird fish.
I could use it
Fish, right.
because it has acid, and just use its back, and just be like, F I R E.
Apparently it's time for graffiti.
She just ignores you as you wander off and probably yells after you, "Don't go to the left."
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Also, maybe not that one door. Never mind. Never mind. It's
What
fine.
one
It's just
door?
the bathroom.
I don't want to go in your bathroom. That sounds like a bad idea. You already got a fireball room.
Well, I hope you
Oh.
don't have to pee then.
I will just go off the side.
Oh no, you won't.
Do you go to a window when you say that, Leston?
No.
I go to Mario, I'll be like 50-50, Lustin's gonna get killed.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Okay, so letters. Let's start with letters.
Trick people before.
Yeah. Errol hands over
Yes,
the letters.
here.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And she just kind of like shoves them in her cloak. I'll read those later. It's probably just how, their birthday wish list or something. They've got like 30 kids. I don't know. So,
I don't think your cousin has any kids.
oh, maybe he doesn't.
Do
No,
you
I
not know
think
your
that
cousin?
I'm 650 years old. I have a lot of family that's lived and died. So things get lost after a while. I don't keep track. There might be a book over there if you want to look at my family tree.
Understandable.
I don't really want to look at your family tree.
Okay. Well, I'll figure out what he wants later. It's probably not a
Okay.
big deal. Probably wants me to like hex somebody. I don't know. Or cast fireball on a village.
Definitely the fireball. Definitely the fireball.
It wouldn't be the first time they've asked. So you're on an adventure? What are you out here trying to do?
I'm gonna look to Marielle. You see nothing wrong with this?
Errol's like, I'm okay with this so far, yeah. But Mario, go ahead and wander us through.
Well, I guess the biggest thing is we've got, I guess, minor things, but our primary goal, we've been having issues with the jagged spiral. Do you know anything that may have to do with that kind of symbolism?
Oh, spirals. Yes. Everything's spirals. Everything circles and spirals. You have it's just how life is. You spiral towards darkness and then you spiral towards the light. It just depends on what you're trying to do.
Errol
What
will
do you
pull out the necklace they received.
Trenton
Oh,
pulls out his nail file, like for like the Shigo thing.
Go like this. Try to get my arm out as much as I can to show the tattoo.
oh yeah. I've seen that. Where did you guys come from? Where did you get that?
Funny story. I woke up with it. I have no memory of it.
Free tattoo?
Tattoo?
Yes.
No, it wasn't a free tattoo, okay? It came with a cost, I assume.
Did you pay money for it?
Not money, not gold.
Is it a tattoo?
Yes.
I don't think his patron deals with gold.
Free tattoo.
It's not
The,
free.
For indentured servitude, I guess.
the wizard's making sense to me. I'm just saying. Free tattoo. They're
There's
not
no
wrong.
money exchange. You didn't even tip your tattoo artist. How rude.
Very rude.
Very.
But we know that there are these, I guess, not necessarily temples, but places, and that the jagged spiral has something to do with why the area is, and I guess, surrounded by things.
Mary keeps cutting
Gods have
out.
been
Yeah.
trying to get
Mary, we're
us.
getting a cutout.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And she has like all of the best narrative right now.
Mhm.
How am I now?
Frozen partially.
Let me refresh.
Okay. Sorry, folks.
That's okay.
The dead gremlins attack.
They get everybody at some point. They even got us and knocked us out for a night. So
Refresh.
Do.
we need some sort of like hold music when we do this. Or maybe I need to make a technical difficulty screen.
Anymore.
Don't have a
You're
frozen.
not frozen. You're still a little choppy on the audio, but
Yeah, let's see how it
we'll
goes.
make it work. Yeah. If
Okay.
anything, maybe somebody else can give us some of this info too.
Yeah. But Mario, try that. Let's try that again, then we'll try to go from there.
The jagged spiral, as far as that goes, it has to do with the storms outside of this area. And there's temples we are supposed to go to. We just want to figure out what's going on as far as that is concerned. Gods have been trying to reach out to people to fix it.
Well, not everybody knows about those things. They're old. that maelstrom has been out there for 500 years. Like, I went to the astral sea, and I was gone. And when I came back, it was there. It wasn't there before. Actually, it's kind of cool. If you go outside on the balcony, you can see like kind of the top of it, and it destroys airships. It's neat.
Not neat.
Then we've been in.
Terrifying.
It's kind of neat.
You spend 100 years watching all these people try to play fuck around, find out the maelstrom, and they know it's going to kill them, but they do it anyway. Eventually, you're just like, told you so.
Eventually, you find out because you fucked around. Totally get what you're saying. Makes total sense.
And then we were
You haven't,
informed
like,
that
found-
the changes beginning and the crossroads are set. And the spiral is set. We were informed of that, but we're not sure exactly what that means.
Well, I mean, you have to follow the spiral, and I think you went the wrong way for that, but there's all sorts of other things going on too.
Yeah, no kidding. There's a lot of things going on right now.
I take a step
Aberith,
back.
you do hear at the
Oh.
edge of your thoughts the buzzing of many voices. You've heard it once before when a certain book was in proximity of you.
Does anybody hear that sound?
Yes, all the time. I've just gotten used to it.
That little buzzy sound, like all the talking?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Trenton, can you show her the book?
I just pull out the brain book.
You have the brain book! She snatches it out of his hands.
Look, not my problem anymore. Great, I'm going home.
No, I'm
This
going
was
to give it back.
wonderful. I don't want it. No backsies.
Don't care. It chose you. It's your problem. It's even telling me that right now. It just wants to talk to me for a minute.
No, it doesn't want to talk to me. It just
Okay.
says shit.
And so, as Aberith casts Detect Thoughts on it, the book doesn't fight back. It just fails its role automatically.
Hmm.
And Aberith, in your head, you hear a familiar voice. Not just from the book, but from your childhood. You hear your brother's voice.
No.
Hello, sister. It's been a while.
This is all in my mind. So
Yeah.
Like, hello? What are you doing in the book?
Well, you see, there was another wizard who foresaw that the information would be needed in certain minds. And so, my mind was one of them. And after I had my 15 children, wife had a thing for kids, I made sure that they all knew that you would need to be watched for. And so that is why the Forbidden Tower, I don't know what the hell you were thinking naming it the Forbidden Tower.
I like that
Ooh.
name. It was funny when I was drunk.
And you guys do hear her talking out loud to this book.
Oh, great. She's talking to Bruce.
Who the fuck is Bruce?
We went over this. Bruce was the voice of the book that made its way through.
No, not me.
Oh, well. Not my fault you can descend voices.
Well, Bruce is in here, but no. You know me. Shit, I just forgot what I had named him. God damn it.
I'm the one that sucks at naming things.
I named him, I just forgot.
Oh, that's right.
Chad.
Abius.
Abius.
I found it. Yes, Bruce is in here. He's one of the minds that was taken, and there's been more added by great wizards in each of their times, as seen fit to be shown by Debin. Yes, Debin. uh, because you know how he loves his chaos.
I mean, yeah, it's he loved his chaos so much he put it all around this damn island.
He is a little melodramatic, that I will attest to, but it needed to be done to protect from the spiraling abyss.
See, I knew there was something going on there. All those little creatures don't just come out of nowhere.
Going on where?
I'm having a conversation. What is your name anyway?
Lustin.
Okay, Lusty, you need to quiet down while I have this talk.
Just call me Lusty.
That's what I
Oh.
said, right? That's your name.
No, Lustin is the name.
You're right with Lusty.
No, she wasn't.
I told you. That's what I said. Lusty. Anyway,
No.
brother. I'm talking to my brother. Can you quiet down?
Quiet,
I have
baby.
so many questions.
Now they all know what it's like to deal with wizards.
Here, have your
Another
potato.
voice rises up from within the book, and it's a slightly high-pitched female voice. And it says, "Spiral, spiral, spiraling into the abyss. What will you see? Spiral, spiral, spiraling into the Underdark is where the answers may be."
Oh, see, now that's helpful. Now maybe I can help these folks.
Goodbye. And the book disconnects.
Wow. That was kind of rude, but polite.
Help us with what?
Anyway, she hands the book back to Trent and it's like, here you go. Here's your problem back. Enjoy. And then kind of just wanders
The book
off.
falls to the ground.
Excuse me, but what if you could? What happened here?
I need
Well-
help.
What do you need help with? Do you need an adult?
I'm talking to my shell, okay?
He probably does.
You're talking to your shell.
The
Okay. And they think I'm weird.
I know, I don't
okay, he just does
understand
that
it.
sometimes.
You make total sense,
Uh,
honestly.
I am the oddball here. I must be.
Errol, speak up. Do you mind if I make some fried potatoes while we're all hanging out? We haven't really eaten yet.
Oh yeah, go ahead, help yourself. And
Yeah,
you know,
Errol-
when you look around, you see all the clutter, but you realize the whole place is actually really clean. Like you're not actually afraid to cook here like you thought you might be. Just watch that shelf over there, because I think I have a little friend living up there, and I can't remember if I put him in a cage or not.
All right, shelf
The spices
fight.
are on the left or on the
Oh.
right.
You should
Yeah,
open
Errol
it.
will go and start cooking some potatoes and then find some, guaranteed there's going to be some bacon grease around here someplace, and put that in the pan. And
Jar in the back of the stove.
thank you. Start slicing
So-
and washing potatoes.
The spirals. You just got to follow it down.
Mhm.
That's what the book told me. You got to follow it down before you can do anything about the gates or figure out anything else. You've got to follow the spiral down.
My God, it's like so
Spiral goes
simplistic
to
that
the-
it's a fucking staircase.
Here, Errol yelled from the other room. Did you tell her about the door we can't open to the Underdark? It only answered to
Yeah, there's the
Undercommon or
door.
something, didn't it?
Yeah, it opened slightly, but it wouldn't go all the way. There was a second part of a phrase.
Out of character, do you give me that phrase? Because I don't have it here.
I'm about to send it to you because I forgot about that bit.
All right.
It was
You're
open,
killing my
bitch.
character.
It was
Oh,
open,
no.
bitch.
All right. Well, what do you have so far?
Me,
Found out. Well, found the door. Well, they found the doors. I wasn't there for that. we got the tattoos. But I got a tattoo, and they got other things like a necklace and
A rose
a
stem
book,
and a book.
a rose.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it was.
So you
And then I found out that my sister was taken to the Underdark. So
No, your
it's
sister
all
was taken to the abyss.
the abyss. Okay, that's even
That's like
better.
but see,
totally different.
that's what you got to do. You got to follow the spiral down to the abyss.
Okay.
Is there anything we need to do in the Underdark where this door leads?
Well, you have to close the rift, I guess. I mean, we got a problem on this continent.
Go home.
Well, I can't help you there.
There's
Oh, I almost missed school.
you said there's
I
a
am going to
problem
be.
with
Brenton, can I say something? I am so excited to meet your parents.
Oh my god.
They're really nice people.
They must be proud of how he hates everything.
Somebody has to be.
I poured myself another iced coffee.
I don't.
you said we went the wrong way earlier.
Well, if you're gonna for the spirals, you sure did. But that's not what you got to do right now. You're not gonna get anywhere with that.
Where
You
are the
said there's
spirals?
Okay.
You do know that there are multiple. Let me bring up my map.
There's like towers we need to go to, and
There is multiple openings to the Underdark that were closed, and Abris, you would know that the words can be spoken at any of them, but they must be spoken from this side to open the door. And the closest one is actually down in the mountains by Tekli, where the dwarves closed the door.
I mean, if you got to go to the Underdark, then you have to go to the door. There's a bunch of them, but I think the closest one. Where's that one? She starts looking around and she like looks in her book and she's like, "Is it there? No. That was just a cave. Oh, by Tekli. Tekli.
oh, love it. What's the furthest one away?
Right in Techley.
No, you don't want the first one away. It'll take you like a month to get there. Maybe 2. I don't know. Depends on how fast you travel
Okay.
that cart.
And we need to go to the Underdark before we can deal with the spiral.
The towers that that going and solving these other problems, they're not going to do a whole lot of good if there's all these dark creatures around. I mean,
You said there was rifts we had to close before.
mhm.
Where are these rifts? I haven't heard anything. Looking over to Trenton. Where are these rifts? I haven't
Is
heard
he
of any.
okay? Is he have too much coffee?
A little
You
bit.
might be
a
having
little
a brain aneurysm.
bit.
I don't think I have anything for aneurysms here. She's
He'll be
like
okay.
has this
He's-
wand. She's just kind of scratching her head with it. I
It's
don't
so
know.
much work.
He is very over dramatic.
He sounds lazy.
Much work.
And then we
You're
have,
not wrong.
Then we have Lustin's sister being attacked by a fetch. Sure, you've probably
Yes.
heard of one of those.
It's all those things, the rifts, the Underdark, the sister, that all of those dark things. Did you think maybe they're not related?
Oh no, kind of figured they were.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, I assumed they were.
As you're talking,
So the abyss
a
is
book from another room floats into this room and lands in front of you, Abris.
They say I'm dramatic.
I'm gonna look over to him and be like, "Yeah, you
book-
are."
The books aren't sitting there and crying into their coffee.
Not crying. I'm just so frustrated that there's just so much more work than we were originally told.
What?
It sucks to suck. Sorry.
As you open the book, Abris, it's a book that's empty. But as you look at it in
As it would
writing,
be.
handwriting that you recognize as what you saw in the astral sea when you were contacted about why you need to come back. You recognize it from an item she had. And it says, "The keys to the temples of chaos lie in the Underdark, where the rifts have opened. They were stolen by abyss creatures. And to stop the maelstrom, you have to stop the rifts."
Well, that's interesting.
And then below that, it does say, "To open the door, say open and see the abyss."
See, this may help you right here. And she's just like reading the book and is like just really into it. This is a really cool story. Oh, you guys, you need this. You need this help right here. So you have to go. If you want to open the door to go to the Underdark, you need to say, "Open and see the abyss." But you have to say it from this side of the door.
Hey.
And like, how do we come from the
top side,
other
not
side of the
inside.
door?
Well, you'll have to figure that out when you get there. Because the book doesn't say. As a matter of fact, it went away. It doesn't say shit else. This is the blank page after all of the writing. Sorry.
It has to be said in
gonna need
Undercommon
contact.
from this side of the door. Like, maybe some of the Underdark people knew what needed to be said, but from that side of the door, it won't open them.
Anybody here know Underdark,
It only
Abyssal?
opens from the outside.
I know Undercommon.
I remember like,
Mhm.
Chambers got the door to squeak open slightly.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
when you go down there, though, so the other thing you want to deal with the towers and the maelstrom and all of that stuff before you can even bother with the towers, or I'm even going to bother telling you about the spiral and all that. All of the keys are down there. They got stolen. So you need to find the keys. Otherwise, you're not getting into any tower ever.
Leston, you hear from your shell voice saying, and the rest of you hear this as well. You hear a voice that says, "Ah, yes, finally, someone has the answers. Maybe at last my storm can go away." And that is where we're going to end for the evening.
I was going to make stuffed mushrooms.
We'll take
Only
you
if
up on
I
the
can do
next
that in
episode.
real life.
Sure, they have some big mushrooms in here. Can haul those out and put cheese spread in them. It's going to be fucking great.
But thank you to everybody who's been hanging out with us. Thank you so much to Kat for wonderfully playing Abris. If you want to be back at the beginning of next episode, you can.
Yeah.
We have a conversation to finish at least.
Yeah. The hill giant roll kind of threw rocks in the cogs.
That was I was listening. I was putting all this stuff on. I was like, oh, this might I might either have to come intervene or it's not going to be a good time.
I mean,
Or we're gonna take a detour to find a cleric to resurrect
for the
someone.
game, so.
It's all right.
But yes, thank you so much. Kat, we will have you do your outro first. Let's see where our cue is.
I feel so special.
You are
On
special.
the little show. Never mind. I'm Kat, otherwise known as Autonox. You find me here on Fridays for Cyberpunk at 7 p.m. and Wednesdays for our various chaos shows, which are constantly evolving into different things. So now I'm on all of them. And apparently now just a smidge here and there on Artena to help these adventurers out with whatever Crazy Town here is going to figure out.
Steve.
Hi, my name's Steve. I go by Hermes4939 most places on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at W9Steve. Tomorrow I will be on, oh boy, my cold is messing up my head. Chaos Wonderful. And we'll be playing a Starfinder one-shot. And I'm really excited about that. I've never played that. And then Thursday, I will be playing a game that Mary's running, same channel, Basin by Free League Publishing. I'm extremely excited to see how that goes. And that's about it. But I'm extremely excited that Kat got to join us and put on all the cool makeup. So thank you, everyone.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Skagwater RPG. You can find me all over the interwebs under that. And yeah, I am here on Monday nights. I am going to be on a Cyberpunk / Vampire the Masquerade game starting on Wednesdays. And I am also on Dice Drop Evolution where I play Michael Malibu. So, yeah.
What
Our
else did I
resident
just give
Grimdark.
you the dates for?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know we could say anything about it yet. So,
We'll give him a little October preview. Go ahead.
okay, cool. So, anyways, next month. Yeah, next month. We will be doing a Bunkers and Badasses game, and it's going to be glorious. There's going to be explosions, guns, loot, and lots of other things that's going to happen. I am
And I'm
excited
gonna be
for this.
psycho.
And I'm going to be in
Cool.
it too. So we have a
Yes.
bunch of cool stuff coming up in October. So we have some other ones too. Not
Yeah.
I
you,
do?
Steve.
Yes,
I do?
we are
Steve does.
probably going to be
Oh.
running The Darkest House by Monty Cook, a one shot with that. So that is going to be one of a horror
Nice.
game that I have to get that. Essentially what it does is it converts characters from any setting to that setting. So we can pull a D&D character, we can pull a Cypher character, we can pull whatever, and then we have that character into the setting, and then we go from there through the horrors of The Darkest House. So yeah.
Exciting stuff. Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary. You can find me on socials at Nerd on Wheels 15, where I chat about disability, TTRPGs, and everything in between. This week we've got Spelljammer tomorrow over on 2000 Tales. It's been a lot of fun. Crazy Penguin people. We've got Thursday. I'm running Basin over on Chaotic Wonderful, and then this Friday we are back with the mid-season premiere of Weird Web, which is basically supernatural with ovaries. If you like Arthurian legend and crime-fighting heroines, go check it out. It's a fun Monster of the Week adventure. Starts at 9 p.m. EST over on 2000 Tales YouTube. So that's what I got this week. Hopefully my voice will be back by Thursday so I don't have to sound like a toad.
Your poor voice.
You can do it. I believe in
Crossing
you.
my
You'll be all
fingers.
right. You got
Thanks,
this.
Oh, the
Nebulizer
hockey.
Flash bagpipes.
Yeah.
/ bagpipes.
Aerosol bagpipes.
Here's all bagpipes.
Izzy.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I am on the Instagram and Twitters, Izzy Talavera, all one. And I played Paintbrush tonight, and I'll see you guys next Monday.
Nope, not next Monday. We will be on break next.
Oh, the Monday afterwards. So
In
don't
2
try to
weeks.
miss us too much.
Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. You can find me internet at Dr. Snugglebutts. Different variations, but it'll all lead you back to my accounts. And yeah, make sure you follow this channel. That's it for my plugs.
And
It's a
I'm
holiday
Kristen.
weekend.
Yes, it was a wonderful holiday weekend. You can find me on the internet at Darth Cerealish in various places. And as far as what I've got going on, most of it's on the channel, but starting back, so the 10th, I won't be on the show because I will be on vacation. Woohoo! But Exquisite Corpse Presents comes back with Sister Cities. I play Candy. And so in 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays from now, you can catch me back on there. Much excited to get back to the craziness that DK has over there. But on the channel, things that you can catch, most of which I'm in. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., we have Watercolor Wizardry with our watercolor wizard, Maria, who did the lovely character portraits that you see on screen. She also has done character portraits for her show, Amalia, or Misguided Magic, in her land, Amalia, that is on tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. All time, specific time, because that's what I operate in. She did characters for that, and she's currently working on characters from our Thursday game, At the Threshold, which is run by our friend Chad. It's going to be on break this week because, again, Kat and I are going on vacation. So tomorrow, from tomorrow until next Wednesday, we are on break.
No, we're next Tuesday. Watercolor Wizardry will be on.
Oh, Watercolor Wizardry is okay. It's just Misguided Magic. That's not okay.
Yeah, they're on. They go on mid-season break next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we will have Watercolor Wizardry next Tuesday, and then regular programming resumes on Wednesday.
But our chaos shows, whatever we're going to be talking about. Yeah.
So basically, after tomorrow, all of our content tomorrow, we will be off of the air until Tuesday.
Yay!
And
Vacation.
on Fridays, you can find us, just not this Thursday, with Somnum Exterrae, the cyberpunk homebrew that keeps getting crazier and crazier.
It's getting more batshit. It's great.
They do it to themselves.
A blast. And everybody is excited to see what happens next. And that's all a GM can ask for. So thank
we
you
do
to
not
everybody.
all do to ourselves.
Mostly Lobo does it to yourselves.
There you go. Yeah, okay, that's actually the correct answer. Lobo does it to y'all.
But thank you to everybody who came out and hung out with us. Thank you to the amazing cast. Thank you to Kat for coming to guest as my favorite absurd character in the world. We will see you back here in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.